Sanbonani, hello, we back again, guys. Welcome back. It's a new week, which means we're dropping another new episode. Khulumanga Indaba Zedisco once more. Thank you so much for those 15, the guys who keep on watching this video week in and week out. I really appreciate you. This is your boy Walter once again. Back on the channel, the podcast. Just want to be covering a few things. Not much action that was happening. It was the MTN 8 semifinals. Chiefs, Sundowns were also playing, and Easterlies were playing against Pirates on Sunday. So that's just it. It was just MTN 8. Nothing special, no transfers. Just watching our conference, and there's something we're going to be talking about. Not too much action because we're going on a FIFA break. It's going to be international break, so we're going to be watching two friendlies against the DRC. I think they're Botswana. Yeah, that's just about it. But I hope you guys have had some fun, man, in this weekend, because I definitely enjoyed the drama. Kaizerchiefs nayo. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. But before we do that, as per normal, you know what to do, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification bell each and every week. If you do like what we're talking about and you do like the content, please don't stop supporting the channel, because it helps me to know what you guys are looking out for. Also, it pushes the algorithm so you can actually send it to guys like yourself, so we can have or build or grow the community. I really would appreciate your subs. So yeah, Saturday it was on. It's a very exciting. It's a big fixture, that one. So it was packed. FNB Chiefs is playing at home, first leg of the MTN semifinals. Lot of drama. But I want to give you my 2 cents about that game, because watching that game, everything the way it played out, I expected it to be fair. Looking at the fact that it was a nice build-up, though, before I go into that, it was a nice build-up watching pre-match conferences or press conferences with Rolani Mukwena saying that God must be a Kaizerchiefs supporter, and Unsik also responding, which I would attribute that to the media. If you watch the full presser, that was not what Rulane meant. And also, I think Unseki fell into that because he didn't have time, obviously, because just after Rulane, he came in. So he didn't know I fully know the context of the question. So I think the media was just playing their part in building some sort of rivalry between the two giants, if you will. So it made it worth our while to wait in anticipation in terms of tactics, application, and obviously the lineups from Kaizerchiefs, mostly because they coming there with, to be fair, underdogs, because right now the Sundowns is a big team. They are the team to beat. They haven't lost in I don't know how many matches. So this being a semi-final, it's a knockout game. There's no 3 points. It's a knockout game. And you can tell in terms of the emotions and all that. So I want to start with the lineup at Kaizerchiefs there, because there were two surprises. Not surprises, but two surprises where Gonzalez, the new signing, the striker, was on the bench, and Frosler was on the bench as well, which Ukunika got the nod. Kanjani, I don't know. All of us were shocked because probably he had a good game against Easterlies. Then all of a sudden he was given the nod. And we were thinking maybe Frosler was being maybe rested, he'll come in second off. He didn't even come on. And that was the surprise factor for me. I don't know why. But what is obvious is to allude to the fact that Kwinika is tactically disciplined in a sense where he doesn't push forward. He can't. So his only way of, being able to say that he plays good is just staying. And by the looks of things, tactically, Nteki can say all he wants. He can lie to us. He can give us all the excuses that that was not the plan. They are planning this, that. But clearly, the way they were setting up, that's exactly how they wanted to play. They wanted to sit back and play on transition. For me, that's what it seemed. Because first half was very, to be honest, to say first half was terrible. As much as I understand what they're trying to do, because first leg you're playing at home, it doesn't help because at the end of the day, you conceded. And maybe we can defend you, or we can say in that instance, it's because I'm thinking now, you don't want to lose the game by a large margin and you want to leave it for the second leg, which is a dangerous, dangerous move on their part, knowing very well the quality they play against. So it was all Sundowns first half. But to be fair, as well to Kaizerchiefs, Sundowns was not moving the ball in the right areas. That possession of 72%, by the way, the first half, 50% of it was being played in their own half. They had to push back. They couldn't play in those pockets because they were like Chiefs made sure with those pockets rather play wide. And Sundowns doesn't play wide. So what Sundowns does is that even if they're wing backs, they push on the sides. Like maybe you have Umudi, but and we have Umkulis. They come inside to add numbers. They don't look for a cross. They look for passes, and that's what they were trying to disrupt. That those interplay, those smaller inner parts or passes that they connect with those, so they can open you up. So the issue that now is that Uzo Seven's look back the whole time you're working just to defend. And maybe that's the one downfall I feel in terms of tactics. But we've seen Abu Moreno win the Champions League against Barcelona with the exact same plan. Was at that time Tiki Taka was very big. And Moreno defended with 9 men behind the ball. I think it was with Chelsea as well. Chelsea and Inter Milan. And they won him trophies. So for me, right now, obviously, coming back from a back-to-back wins and getting a draw, it's not bad for a system that is fairly new on the eye and with the new players at the same time. It's a work in progress for them. I don't think there's too much expectation should have because, to be fair, Kaizerchiefs fans, we had no confidence that they're going to win this game. It was a surprise when they scored, and now we have to hold on for 6 minutes. And it showed, again, the quality that they have in Sundowns, that they're not going to go down very easily. With that goal, it was going to be a steal. It was going to be a steal. So it showed, Uti, there's still a lot of work to be done. Sundowns, they are masters of that system. They're playing a very by using a chameleon ball in regards to Allende also coming to collect in deep. We have Vala interchanging with Kutse. You don't know who's really a central back because they do help with coming in now, changing with Umukwe, and Umukwe pushes forward. He becomes one of the guys that end numbers. They become more of an attack. And when they defend very solid at the back as well. So this time around, they were closing that space that Dupree was trying to exploit with Umodi Nuputan. I don't know what you guys think, but Nuputan is not working. There's something that I feel is not working, even though that goal came from his side. We can argue that maybe that's what we're looking for because we defended so deep. Our attacking players didn't get the time to connect as they should. I won't talk about Tanzania because he's been off. It's not this game. He's been off ever since it started. And now I think I understand why in the first 2 games he was coming off as a sub. Ever since he's been given selection, starting lineup, he looks disjointed. He's always falling. His passes, basically, is below par. Completed passes, tackles, a lot of things that a number 10 should do, and we are relying on that connection for our strikers to get supply. Umtansane is of key. He looks very flat and he looks lost. Like most of the time, he doesn't know when he picks up the ball from our own half. He doesn't win his individual battles. You feel that it's just a lot of things. You can tell that he's still finding himself in the team, and we are not yet patient with him because there's so much expectation from his side. I think it was a good thing to sub him, to protect him, because now everyone is pulling up a tight shift today. Everyone is marking, and we try to use this transition ball, and it didn't work to its effect. But now I saw that the first 10 minutes, maybe to 15, maybe they'll try to push up because we didn't even have a shot on target the first half. That's how terrible the game was. But at the same time, Sundowns has two, and one of them happens to be a shot long way from range. And that was the only half chance they had, to show you how tactically tight that game was. And I'm saying, as far as behind we are in terms of preparations, for that game alone, that's what I'm saying, you have to just take what you are given. Because if you have not been given a chance at all and you get out with a draw at the very least, because sometimes you feel like Chiefs, when they have the ball or when they don't have the ball, it's not by a shot. Because that midfield, there's still a bit of they were still lacking in that midfield, you know. And Santi left back as well. There's just a lot of things psychologically, or maybe just in terms of quality as well. You just need to accept that maybe the quality is not sufficient enough for us to play the ball that we want against a powerhouse, which is Sundowns at the moment. So it's like throwing blood from a stone, because you wonder why guys can't push up, because they can't, because they're playing against this very superior team. So when you're playing against a superior team, you will get exposed, because you'll get you will be nervous. You will make mistakes. You will crumble at times. You will feel like there's too much pressure. You won't pass the ball as you rush your passes, and that's exactly what happens each and every team when they play against Sundowns, us included. So that's when you understand the quality and how good they are when they play against you, because they psych you out. And hey, it was God's grace. I'm sorry to say this, but when I saw Temba's one it down and being substituted, that's when I saw the light. I was like, hey, with maybe Mshishi not being there, maybe something can come. And it did, it happened. And Saturdays was Sundowns being Sundowns, they make changes. Young guns, you know, made 3 changes afterwards with that 10 minutes left. I think maybe they were just thinking about the second leg mostly. And Mkhulu out of nowhere, Mendieta cross goes in. Big up to his Sundowns, guys. Me, I'm a Kaizerchiefs supporter, but I can't deny what Sundowns, the kind of team that they are currently. They push teams to be better. They make our football very interesting, because now everyone is studying these people week in and week out, trying to beat them, because they themselves are pushing themselves. I can tell that they themselves are their own benchmark. They want to be better than the previous season, each and every season. Hence why they've been succeeding so good. And they you can tell that they're applying themselves well in the right buying the right players, doing the right things with their money. At the same time, whatever they're doing behind the scenes, I think that's what I meant to say, it shows on the field. The attitude of those players, the quality of players that they've bought, how they play, coaching staff, the technical staff. So that's the beauty of football when it's displayed like that, because now we as fans, we have to watch it each and every week and wonder, why is this team so good? And you want that kind of success for yourself, which is at Kaizerchiefs, because they once were that team where they were very hard to beat. And that clash signifies that. So that's why it was such a big game, because it was a team that is currently struggling to find their birthright as one of the best teams in the country, and currently the biggest team in the country doing what they do best. So that 1-1 draw was very, very, very tight. Sundowns, to be fair, they didn't create much chances. Don't care who says what about the possession that they had. They were not using it in the right areas. It was just circulating around and like side to side or going backwards because they're trying to break the Chiefs, and Chiefs was very solid in the midfield. There was a lot of tackles in and out, but I liked the mentality at this time. Like they were not being pushed around as usual. Abu Castillo, they were doing the shift. I just didn't understand why was Foster not chosen in this instance. Maybe that was the plan in mind, and hence I'm saying that they came there to defend their home game, and that's sad because we only had, I think, like 27% of possession. So, yeah, going to the second leg, they're going to play in A16. I'm lying. It's on the 24th of September. That's the second leg. Because we're going to a 2-week FIFA break. So, we'll see. It's going to be at Lucas Moripe. If you had to ask me, now, here's the thing for those who don't know. Ne? If it's a 0-0 draw, Sundowns go through to the final. If it's a 1-1, they have to go to penalties. I think it's extra time. If it's any score more than a 0-0, Chiefs go to final, if it's a draw. But if it's a 1-0 to Sundowns, as you know, Sundowns go through. It's a 1-0 to Chiefs, they go through. So second leg is going to be interesting. I'm just going to, I hope they use this break well. Maybe we can find someone who can replace Umtansani, because for me, he was the missing link there. Forrestler must come back. Biza looked better. I still have a problem with his footwork. But across the board, I can't talk much about Sundowns because Sundowns was the superb. I really didn't feel like there was any player that looked off there. They all were solid. Butoyel, Kutsia. I think they had Umval at the back. Ayente, Roberto Bessi, Samang on the clock. They contained him well. And I heard the clock may have an injury. So maybe these 2 weeks, hopefully he can come back. If not, tomorrow, it's his chance. So for me, the draw took good for Chiefs in terms of confidence of them now having to have won 2 games, and this is now a draw. So the next game is on the 16th. When they're coming back, we're going to cover that game. They're going to be playing against Royal AM. And now, Stellies and Pirates, that game ended 2-1. Hey, there we expected it, man. And the beauty that I saw there was, wow, okay. The clash that I'm waiting for, guys, which is going to play on the 19th, is Pirates at Sundowns. Because for me, what Pirates also have been a fan of the Pirates ever from that season, actually, when I started seeing them play. And now this is what we are seeing. Stellies to a red card, which didn't help them out very well. See, when you're defending, that's the result of defending a lot. So it was all Pirates all the way. First half, just only pass as usual and lock them. And second half, last minute to the auto. It was just, and the footy, they were very fortunate. They scored with a set piece. This is Stellies. Stellies is young mangas. As they played with pace. Yes, this time they played with pace, but maybe the coach was too cautious because it's a cup game and they've played against us and they saw that the young players, they do get carried away for some time. And Pirates is a different beast, as you've seen. So for me, they're the second best team in the country currently. And that's a clash that I can't wait to see, because the way they're seamless, Patrick, Jojo, Mfukeng, Saleng, Lipasa, Monare, Dion, Shandu. Guys, that team is solid at the moment. They play well as a team, and they have individual players who are skillful. They're playing very beautiful football at the moment. It was a very, very, very nice game to watch, and they won comfortably. They won their game 2-1. Advantage for them because they have 2 goals away from home. So even if they get a draw away, they're through to the final. So the Pirates have actually put themselves in a very, very, very good position. They're looking to defend their title because they are the current champion. So for them now, looks like that 8 million is almost in the bag. So for me, I can predict here that it could be a Pirates Sundowns final or a derby final by the looks of things. But you know, football is football. But the time Pirates are favorites, and they actually did live it up. Stelli's, I think Umthetho was the only talking point. Ebibanayo, and he's the outstanding player there. For me, hey, this guy is a workhorse. He's a dark horse, man. He worked his socks off against the Pirates. But you know, you have to play. That's the thing. You know, you just want to play, and the Pirates. It's just, remember, they still have a bench. They still have a bench. Even if those players were not playing over Patrick, they still have a good bench. And the system that they've deployed, all of these guys understand, and they're now playing together very well. So that game, for me, it was obvious. You know, for me, I think I expected Pirates to win there, hands down. And it's just beautiful for them to see Abuli Paso scoring week in and week out. So, yeah, guys, from my side, that's all I can say and talk about in regards to this game. Pirates Nabo Bajala, I think their next game, it's they're playing against each running Galaxy the CAF game on the 15th of September. Then I think they were supposed to play May 16 against Cape Town Space, but that's been postponed because of the CAF complications. Then the following week, they're playing against Sundowns. That's a game to look out for, guys. She's playing against Royal AM. That's a game going to cover in 2 weeks. Then Paris against Sundowns. That's going to be interesting. So for your boy, that's it for me for this week. See you on the next episode. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far, guys, I really appreciate you and love you. Thank you for the love and support. Keep on supporting, liking, subscribing, and click on the notification bell and sharing the video as well. Thank you. See you next time.